Welcome back. We'll turn on the Wayback Machine and go all the way back to analog video. In an analog video image, you have different portions of video: active, sync, front porch, and back porch. Most importantly, the pulse sync is a feature that's used to keep the synchronization. Video receivers and displays look for the sync pulse by detecting the leading edge of the pulse. For analog video, CRT screens used a method called raster scanning, which could scan from the top to bottom and back up. As it did this, the scan rate would create horizontal and vertical frequencies associated with the on-screen image. Today, we use these concepts, but we also insert important information like audio and ancillary data during those blanking periods. Here's what a blanking period and active portion look like today. That is all we care about right now. Video data includes both the visual, or active, portion and the non-visual, or blanking portion. There is both horizontal and vertical positions of data, and we can determine the total active and blanking portions of both the horizontal and the vertical using these equations below. Don't worry, these won't be on the test, just good information to know. TMDS, or Transmission Minimized Differential Signaling, carries the actual video, audio, and info frame data. TMDS encodes the data using an 8 to 10-bit encoding algorithm, so every 8 bits of data, we send 10 bits. There's a little bit of overhead of 2 bits for every 10 bits sent. There are 3 channels, 0, 1, and 2, used to send the TMDS data, which aligns with the RGB or the Y, CB, and CR. The TMDS clock keeps everything in sync as it's sent across the wire. Recall that we're still following what we did with an analog video. There's still an active region and a blanking region. The active video data region is the pixel data that is to be displayed on the sync. The blanking region is used for control of the synchronization of the data between the horizontal and the vertical sync pulse. Additionally, in the blanking region, there are data islands, which contain either audio or info frames. By making use of essentially empty data, we're able to pack in audio and details about the video data being sent. Both audio data and info frames are sent during the horizontal and vertical blanking periods. Audio data contains the audio packets that is considered embedded audio. There are a few different kinds of info frames, but the one we're really concerned about is the AVI, or the Auxiliary Video Information. Similar to EDID, the AVI info frame provides the timing details. However, this information is specific to the video and audio data being sent, unlike EDID that provides multiple timings for ranges of values captured by the sync. Here's a visual example of how the data is packed. The visual portion is the darker gray area, and the data island containing audio and info frames is the blue portion. You can see those are placed in the blanking portion. All right, let's talk about DisplayPort. DisplayPort was designed to be backwards compatible with HDMI, DVI, and VGA, supporting next-generation displays while maintaining the compatibility with existing digital analog and digital displays. Dual-mode DisplayPort interfaces are designed to transmit a single DVI or HDMI protocol across the interface through the use of an adapter. When it comes to the QSC NV series, here's a list of common resolutions and corresponding frame rates on the HDMI inputs. NV series can also scale to these resolutions and frame rates on the HDMI outputs. That's right, you heard correctly. There are robust scalers built into every HDMI output in the NV series. For audio, the NV series supports multiple input scaling frame rates and outputs them to 48 kHz. Every HDMI input is capable of receiving and de-embedding 8 channels of LPCM audio, and every HDMI output is capable of sending and embedding audio up to 8 channels of LPCM. And of course, all that audio is fully QSC routable, which means that you can route to external loudspeakers, or if you really want to get tricky, you can use a PA router to send pages directly to the display's onboard loudspeakers. All right, we're in the home stretch. When you get back, we're going to wrap up with a discussion of our video codec QSC Shift. We'll see you in a bit.